I'll do my best. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ethiopian family members, graduates. Good afternoon. Thank you. We Africans, yourselves as Ethiopians and ourselves, we know that greetings are the most important aspect of encountering one another, so I'm very appreciative. Let me take the opportunity to greet you again. Enderman Walik? I did not hear you. Enderman Walik? Enderman Walish? Ended Walu? Salam? Thank you. Salam alaikum. Khotsong? Absheni? Jumelang? Sanbonan? Moloyeni? Thank you. Let me take the opportunity to acknowledge the presence of Ambassador Nongqeba Losi, the Ambassador of the Republic of South Africa, represented by Ambassador Melinda William Maluka, acting. Let me recognize His Excellency Ambassador Jasbai from the Republic of South Africa, Dr. Iba Majena, Academic Affairs CEO and representative of the State Minister of Higher Education and Training in Ethiopia, His Excellency Mrs. Ayelek Eshete, State Minister of Education, who we met and has had to recuse herself, Mr. Gachu Dejena, Director, Southern African Affairs, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and members of the executive management of this august university, the University of South Africa, represented by Professor Sepota, the Registrar of the University. Can I request a round of applause? Dr. Mulapo, the Vice Principal, Strategy, Risk and Management. Can I request a round of applause? Ms. Nakene Mninki, the Vice Principal, ICT. And of course, you who are graduating, I expect more ululations and applause because you have the President of Convocation, the person responsible for you after you have graduated, who tracks whether you're making an impact in Ethiopia and in the continent, the President of Convocation, Mr. Justice Dabambe. I think he deserves a round of applause from you, colleagues. No, I'm not going to proceed if you don't. Can I request a round of applause? You're going to be alumni. Thank you very much. And colleagues, we have members of the extended management, the deans of the colleges, the people who ensure that the quality of your academic credentials are not contested because they go through the quality assurance systems that are necessary. Professor M.T. Hlongwan, the Executive Dean of the College of Accounting Sciences, Dr. Maschaba, Acting Executive Dean of the College of Economic and Management Sciences, Professor Mguchini, the Executive Dean of College of Graduate Studies, Professor Mashau, the Dean of College of Human Sciences. They say you're acting, I don't know. Professor Ganta, the Acting Deputy Executive Dean of the College of Agricultural Sciences, Dr. T. Forbey, the Acting Executive Director of Study Materials Production and Delivery, and then Ms. Liana Jube, the Deputy Registrar, Dr. Beret Zike, UNISA Ethiopia Regional Director. Let me recognize the honorable guests from the South African Department of Higher Education and Ethiopia, the Ministry of Education, in support of us today. our own ambassadors delegation, members of the academic procession, our graduates and their families, friends in support this afternoon, members of the university community, support and administrative staff, and of course, all the members of society who are here this afternoon, including the media. I recognize that there are many media companies that are here to support the graduations. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It is with the greatest sense of pride that I welcome you to the 2025 graduation ceremony here in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. On behalf of His Excellency President Beki, the Chancellor of the University of South Africa, the Chairperson of Council, Dr. Diao Musia, and members of Council, and all epistemic communities of the University of South Africa from all corners of the world in the 130 countries, we are proud to be in the shores of this important country, Ethiopia. 20 years when our leaders met to deliberate on how South Africa could work with the government of Ethiopia to give capacity to the citizens in the development plan and trajectories that this country were having after the civil strife. The University of South Africa agreed, supported by the government of South Africa, to ensure that this university becomes a partner to the government of Ethiopia as they redeployed development through education. As we celebrate graduations this afternoon, we are quite appreciative that this important decision that our leaders would have taken then has manifested 20 years later. We are also appreciative that His Excellency President Ramaphosa, as well as the President of this country, President Abiy, have ensured in their bilaterals that the idea of UNISA as a partner to the continent, to Ethiopia, to South Africa, and to the world in projecting and promoting the best education that helps Africans to build their own societies on communities is available. And therefore we hope that this important imperative of UNISA being the African university that shapes futures in the service of humanity, this idea that has made it important that we partner with universities here, including the University of Addis Ababa, the University of Addis Ababa Technology, and others, becomes an important affirmation that our university is a partner that ensures that your quality is supported. In this graduation, we have 64 graduates for this year, and to graduate 64 PhDs is not a child's play. You can just check from the numbers of PhDs that graduate in the different universities in this country, in South Africa, or even in your neighboring countries. This is a testament to the investment that is made by our university, supported by our government, as it is the government of Ethiopia. It is also important that we recognize that in this journey, UNISA has produced 1,163, 629 of these are PhD graduates, and majority of them are in universities in this country, leading the science, the leadership, the management. We also have them in multilateral institutions. They are there at ILO and many other multilateral institutions, the United Nations, the African Union, and more. It is equally important to demonstrate that in many businesses in this country, there are many who have graduated from the University of South Africa, giving testament to the fact that education, in the true spirit of the assertion by President Mandela, is a resource that changes the plight of society and that makes sure that a child of a farm worker, a domestic worker, or even an unemployed mother, if they pursue education, they have the opportunity to change their lives. I'm very appreciative, therefore, that the societal impact that UNISA is showing, not only in our country, but in this country and in the continent, is being affirmed and asserted. Just yesterday, we were engaging with the Commissioner of Education of the African Union, agreeing that education is the only pathway that will help us as Africans to be relevant in our public mandate in the public sector, in the business mandate of the private sector, but also in our civil society mandate. And with these words, we hope that our university will continue to partner with the African Union as well and all other multilateral institutions that will help to ensure that education is an important resource. In case you forgot, I wish to remind you that you who will be graduating, you're not supposed to be, you don't have to hoard your knowledge. We didn't share the knowledge with UNISA. Your supervisors did not make you do your original research just for yourself or your institution. We expect of you who will be graduating here not to be self-preserving, self-centered, not attentive to the development that this country and the continent requires. We also do not expect you to only serve Ethiopia, because if that was the case, then we would have been in South Africa only. We expect you to be a resource for the continent and to ensure that the knowledge you have garnered from the University of South Africa is used for the best that Africa has to project in the world and the best that this country and South Africa have to project. President Mandela therefore said, to really value education is to understand that your character and your ethical duty to your society, to your country, to the continent of Africa and to the world will be an imperative, not an option. And in this graduation speech, I need to re-emphasize that. I also need to re-emphasize that in this country, as an alumni, you'll be joining ministers. Your former minister of transport graduated in this university here in Ethiopia. Your former state minister also graduated from this university, and you have no option but to ensure that you contribute to this country at various levels so that you build strength and transformation. Because our university is a home of leaders, it's committed to shaping futures. It has produced many presidents, but in our country, at least 3. President Mandela, President Thabo Mbeki, and our current president, who has made sure that your country joins the BRICS, is invited to participate in G20 as a contributor to what our continent could do together, is also a graduate of this university. If you go to the Northern Hemisphere and remember the liberation history of our continent, you'll also realize that President John Bertrand Aristide is a graduate of this university. And therefore, here in Ethiopia, there are many prominent leaders. I've just given you 3 examples that you must look up to and ensure that you contribute positively. As a university, we are happy that you'll be joining more than 1 million alumni of the University of South Africa across 130 countries. And therefore, you are special. But if you want to be even more special, know that there are many others who graduated in the world and who are changing the world for the better. And if you don't do, you'll be failing them. Finally, colleagues, there's a long list of illustrious human beings that make the change that we want in the world and that we want to see, that assert peace with justice, that speak out when others are trampled upon, that call out nations when they are agitating for violence and war, in the same spirit as South Africa would have gone to the International Court of Justice to ensure that the Palestinians and the people of Gaza are not trampled upon. We cannot look away when people's lives are trampled upon. The same is true to the fact that the challenges that are happening in the Democratic Republic of Congo, where people are contesting life because their natural resources are under contestation, is also an important area that requires our solidarity. The same is true to the people who are losing their lives in the war between Russia and Ukraine, but many who are losing their lives because of the violence in our societies that sometimes we are afraid to calling for peace. And therefore, in conclusion, I want to draw on the spirit of our alumni, His Excellency President Ramaphosa, in the spirit of our alumni, His Excellency Thabo Mbeki, the President, in the spirit of His Excellency President Mandela, and all the leaders that have been shaped by UNISA, including the first woman president, President Sirleaf Johnson of Liberia, who reminds us that education is not a gift to us as individuals. It's the resources that have been invested in us to changing society for the better. And therefore, for us to become great nations, the great continent, and great scholars, we must ensure that we don't take that for granted and equip those who come behind us with the best resources. Once more, welcome to UNISA. Welcome to the 2025 graduation ceremony. I hope you will enjoy the ceremony. I also request that in many graduations when I come here in Ethiopia, you're not, what's the word when you withhold? What's the word? You hoard celebrations. So let's not hoard. I learned from you when you clap. Tsikhi, help me, Dr. Tsikhi. How do you do it, Dr. Tsikhi? The clapping in Ethiopia. No, yes, much of too, but how do you do it? You always do it. How do you do it, colleagues? Help me. There's a way that you do it. Teach us. We also want to learn from you. How do you do it? When you're happy that they're coming here to graduate, how do you do it? Yes. You see, and I would like that. We are here as the continent of Africa. We are not in Europe. We must hear you as Ethiopians, how you celebrate, because that will make this graduation a beautiful graduation. Welcome to UNISA. Thank you.
Before I invite you, Dr. Tsikhi, were you coming to do the introduction or to give the contents? Yes, it's fine. At this point, colleagues, let me request the director of the Ethiopian Regional Center to just give some introductory remarks as she introduces the ambassador of Ethiopia, who will be speaking on behalf of the Minister of Ethiopia. After that, I will invite our own president away from South Africa, Ambassador, to come and give a message from the Republic of South Africa. Please be seated. You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you give your applause? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Good afternoon, colleagues. Good afternoon, graduates. Good afternoon, everyone in this room. I am going to follow my principal in how she was describing and recognizing people. And I first want to start recognizing Mrs. Ayelich, who is the State Minister of Education for General Education. She was here to really honor us, and with respect, she had some discussions with our principal and the MANCOM, and I really want to recognize her first. And secondly, I want to also recognize the Mr. Getachew, who is the Director of Southern Affairs from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. For those of you from South Africa, that is the Ethiopian DIRCO. So he has represented Ethiopian DIRCO, and he is with us in this room, and I want to also acknowledge him. There are many people I really want to acknowledge. This year, I am blessed, really, we are all blessed, because most of the guests that were invited from the different institutions have come. Addis Ababa University is represented by Dr. Tasfaye. The Ministry of Education is represented by Dr. Irdosa. Addis Ababa Science and Technology University is represented by Dr. Abraham. Embassy of South Africa is represented by many. ECA is represented. Supervisors are represented. Ethiopian supervisors, I mean, I really feel so proud and also honored to be accompanied by all the different colleagues that I named, and also those whom I have not named, but also the chapter convener, the Ethiopia UNISA chapter convener, Ms. Haymanot, is also here. So I am really so happy to have every one of you here. I am really so honored, and on behalf of the Ethiopia Regional Learning Center, thank you so much for making your time to join us, and I want to recognize you. So, dear Prof. Nkabula, Vice Chancellor and Principal of the University of South Africa, dear University Management, Registrar, VPs, VP, CIO is for ICT, VP Strategy, and we have ADs, we have my boss, Professor Mkuchini, and there are many in attendance who are supervisors, and I really want to recognize all of them. And we are also expecting the Lady Justice Maaza. Hopefully she'll arrive soon. And distinguished guests, families, but most importantly, our graduates who have honored us to be here and to make it all the journey of master's and doctoral studies and making it to happen today. Thank you very much for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's with excitement and sense of accomplishment that I stand before you today as we celebrate the graduation of 64 students who have navigated the entire student journey to reach this milestone. Out of the 64 graduates that we are having today, we are really proud that 58 of them have earned PhD degrees. This actually is in line with our enrollment. We are a PhD center here in Ethiopia, or a postgraduate center here in Ethiopia. So having 95% enrollment in PhD and having 58 PhD graduates in a year is really an honor, but also it's in line with how we operate. This graduation rate is, before I continue, let me just share with you a statement that is on the university's website on the personality of UNISA. It says, UNISA is a reputable, flexible, and accessible, comprehensive, open, distance e-learning institution. It makes UNISA to be multimodal. So because it's comprehensive, open, distance e-learning university. So it makes it so much of a multimodal university. And an e-learning institution that is educational and developmental problems. We are so much proud that this relationship, this collaboration between the two countries, South Africa and UNISA, is a South-South collaboration, which is really an exemplary for many. With the inspiring leadership of our Principal and Vice Chancellor Prof. Lenkabula, UNISA's Southern Africa International UNISA's ranking has improved from time to time significantly. One of the major reasons for this is high volume of increase in publication. The publication in turn mainly distills from what Professor Lenkabula has introduced as catalytic niche areas. So UNISA is now driven by 10 catalytic niche areas with which each college is participating, each entity of the university is participating, and then it really is becoming or producing a lot of research, which is contributing to the high ranking of the university, both in South Africa and also internationally. We are really proud of this one. Apart from the presence of senior management and college executives who are involved in both leadership and in supervising students, this year's graduation is marked by the presence of supervisors who represent each college. So each college is represented by supervisors, and they are here. We are really happy to have all of them here. These are the colleagues who laboriously worked with the students to achieve this milestone. Half of this year's doctoral graduates are academics from Ethiopian public universities. You have heard Professor Lenkabula saying this already. We remain proud of the impact that UNISA has on the academic profile of Ethiopian public universities. The research skills and professional competence of this group of graduates extends to further capacitate their students. So we are not only teaching the staff members, since they are also extending their knowledge to their students, we are capacitating many within Ethiopia. So these are the future generation of the continent. To all graduates of today, apart from the strategy of the university that's mapped the UNISA management, we strongly believe with the following. The guidance you have received from your respective supervisors, the access you have from the richest, it's said to be the biggest library in the, in the southern hemisphere, so it's accessible 24/7. So everyone with internet connectivity can access once you are a student, so the access to the richest library, the multitude of workshops that have been geared towards improving your research and publication skills, and hopefully the support that we gave as Ethiopia Regional Learning Center. All these factors have made you more confident and independent for future challenges. The various skills and professional competence that you developed throughout the academic journey at UNISA must have made you exceptionally fit for the future challenges. We really believe like this. Graduation is always the end of a degree qualifying study, yes, but it is the beginning of a new chapter in life, which is full of opportunities that can also involve risks and uncertainties. But a graduate at such a level is a person who changes the risks, the uncertainties, and the failures into opportunities. As UNISA has taught you resilience in times of challenge, independence, and confidence in solving continental problems. In one of the experience sharing programs we have in our center, which is always facilitated by graduates of UNISA, one lady who is a graduate of public administration expressed the opportunities after graduation by saying, wow, she was so proud and so confident that she said the opportunity she got after she earned her PhDs, wow, it's like none other. She was so confident to tell us this, and we're really proud of that. I also remember hearing one public health graduate, a PhD public health graduate, to say, UNISA, it has opened the door to my dreamland. So we are really proud. We have notable graduates. We have everyone who has graduated has essence and the skills and the independence and the confidence, and we are very much proud of all of that. Let me just say a quotation which I found anonymous. It says, be generous with your time, your knowledge, and your support. The more you give, the more you will receive. So for my Ethiopian colleagues, I say, Ethiopia magalgal itakmaral. So Ethiopia agalgulu batamarachubet. Thank you for that. Congratulations on being a graduate of the African University of more than 153 years, whose wisdom is shaping futures in the service of humanity. Thank you very much. Thank you. So with this, inviting the representative of Ambassador Losi. Ambassador Losi is the ambassador of South Africa to Ethiopia. She is in mission now. Herself and the DPR are on mission now, so they were unable to come here for today. But the representative, Miss Williams Malika, is going to represent them. Thank you very much.
Colleagues, no problem. Colleagues, Ambassador Williams is the president of South Africa for us as South Africans in Ethiopia because he is representing President Ramaphosa. So can I request a round of applause? Thank you very much, Ambassador Williams Maluka, for agreeing to ensure that the University of South Africa, as it partners with this country, is present and appreciated for its work in this country. Welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon to all esteemed guests and graduates. I stand here representing the South African Embassy in Addis Ababa, and in particular our Ambassador, Her Excellency Nongceba Losi. Indeed, South Africa and Ethiopia have very good bilateral relations which date back to 1994. Since then, there have been many high-level engagements between the two countries. As you all know, we just held our first G20 on African soil in South Africa, and Prime Minister of Ethiopia, His Excellency Abiy Ahmed, was present at that occasion. The last high-level engagement was the Joint Ministerial Commission, which was held in 2023 in Ethiopia between our two ministers of foreign affairs and the officials. In that Joint Ministerial Commission, many agreements, it went through many agreements, and one of those very important ones was the Memorandum of Higher Education, which gives purpose to UNISA's presence here. It is indeed a pleasure to be amongst you all and to experience the wonderful achievements yet again at this ceremonial event this year. We are always invited to this event every single year as the South African Embassy. The skills and knowledge acquired through the quality UNISA curriculum of all graduate phases is encouraging, and we congratulate the 64 graduates today. Education is indeed one of the pillars of Agenda 2063 of the African Union. And through education, I believe that Africa is able to rise and become the Africa we all want, a united, peaceful, and prosperous continent, endowed with educated people here today and in future to come, able to manage the rich resources of what Africa has. And these resources and how we manage them as a continent throughout all our 55 countries will enable us to address the many challenges we have on the continent. Some of these are socioeconomic inequalities, unemployment, and finally, poverty. I thank you all.
Can I request another round of applause for the reaffirmation? Thank you, Ambassador Williams, for reaffirming the work of the country of the Republic of South Africa, as well as the partnership with Ethiopia, including the recent bilateral between President Abiy and President Ramaphosa. Thank you. Colleagues, let me take this opportunity to request the representative of the state of Ethiopia, His Excellency Mr. Koka Tusheni Godana, State Minister of Ethiopia, to come and give a message. Thank you. I want to extend my apology. I am told that the representative of the state is not well. Can we extend our well wishes to the state minister? Can you extend our well wishes and prayers for speedy recovery? Thank you. Colleagues, before we start with the conferment of the degrees and diplomas, may I kindly request you not to leave the hall before the end of the ceremony. We are recording the ceremony, and we would like it to have the dignity and integrity, and so that when you watch it 20 years later, you'd be proud of it. By virtues of the powers entrusted to me as the Principal and Vice Chancellor of the University of South Africa, I shall now proceed to confer the degrees and of the University of South Africa on the candidates whose names appear in the program. I request the representatives of the colleges to present the candidates to me. Thank you.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following graduate receives the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the College of Science, Engineering and Technology. Wodosen Shifarang Abera.
You can come. Thank you. Only there.
Zeleke wo Yesa Buddha.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, the following graduate received the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Science. Miyaza Gechachu Tsetsema.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the College of Human Sciences. Sam Daniel Ebra.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Mebia Fetene Akamele.
Congratulations. No, thank you. That's yours. Thank you.
Wuletau Won Magen Alemu.
Congratulations.
Mekonen Teka Ayeleu.
Congratulations, sir. Thank you.
Ketau Wale Bazi.
Congratulations, sir. Welcome.
Kasu Tola Bifa.
Congratulations. Welcome.
Dawit Seyum Buddha.
Congratulations.
Abate Agau Buje.
Congratulations.
Grace Ndingase Shisamia.
Congratulations.
Alimayeu Abete Demisi.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Aman Ugesa Edaso.
Congratulations.
Gima Abdisa Gobena.
Congratulations.
Zedei Asheber Kebede.
Congratulations. Welcome.
Simon Badi Kefa Chu.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Tarekek Sakato Sama.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Getane Asef Siyum.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Sintayeu Abate Temeske. Gerem Chala Teresa. Asmama Ketema Sehai. Melese Belaine Yaye. Sekalem Bohale Yimer.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following graduates received the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the College of Education. Joseph Abera Atomsa. Askale Mohes Bilai. Matthews Damtiu Doda. Megene Macho Gidemsa. Arega Abate Hailu. Adane Hailu Herut. Kifaleu Gelalcha Negi.
Madam Vice Chancellor, Tegalin Yale Shita received the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the College of Economic and Management Sciences.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following graduates received the degree of Doctor of Business Leadership in the College of Business Leadership. Zeleke Siraye Asnakiu. Keteye Terifi Amitato. Daniel Atnafu Kilakai. Ayanau Yenene Wongelu. Mengistu Velekan Woku.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the graduate receives the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the College of Education, Yasin Mola Terra.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidate receives the Master of Science in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Science. Melaku Asfa De Gufu.
Madam Vice Chancellor, Idris Amir Abdelrazik, Ubishet Adugna Heila Mariam received the degree Masters of Arts.
Apologies, Madam Vice Chancellor. The candidate receives the Master of Science in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Science. Wibushet Abguna Halmeria.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just witnessed the celebration of the accomplishments that these colleagues have gone through. Can I request those ululations and celebrations the way we do in Ethiopia when we celebrate. You don't sound happy. I didn't hear you. Can I hear you again? Are they not happy for you? I don't feel like we're in a celebration. I'm worried that we're in a somber celebration. And I hope that at least when you get home, you'll celebrate even better. Thank you very much. Colleagues, thank you. Let me at this point request the director, the regional director, to just give just a message of support whilst inviting Professor Siputa, the registrar. Or before then, let me request the representative of the students. You can give, who is the representative of the students? Can you invite? Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chancellor, Vice Chancellor. I now call upon our student representative from the graduates, who is Dr. Sem. Dr. Sem, please. Thank you.
Thank you, and good afternoon. Professor Pulanka Bula, Principal and Vice Chancellor of the University of South Africa. Dr. Ebba Mijena, Academic Affairs CEO and representative of the State Minister of Ethiopian Ministry of Education. Her Excellency Ms. Ayelech Shete, State Minister of Ethiopian Ministry of Education. All protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with immense humility and pride that I stand before you today to represent the graduates of 2025. We are here to celebrate the extraordinary dedication of 64 graduates who have navigated the rigorous demand of postgraduate study through the University of South Africa, UNISA in Ethiopia. This ceremony is more than a commemoration of our personal success. It is a powerful testament of the South-South cooperation that binds Ethiopia and South Africa together, creating pathway to advanced education that shape the future of our continent. UNISA's commitment to providing flexible, world-class education has been an anchor for us. This academic partnership has not only equipped us with globally recognized qualifications, but has also allowed us to contribute to research and knowledge generation right here in our home country. We are profoundly thankful for the vision of both nations in maintaining and strengthening this vital educational bridge. Fellow graduates, look around you. This achievement, this sense of profound accomplishment is earned. It reflects countless late nights, the disciplined management of our professional and family lives alongside intense study, and the consistent drive to push beyond our known limits. Our journey with UNISA, a journey often defined by independent study and deep personal accountability, has forged within us not just knowledge, but exceptional resilience, critical thinking, and self-mastery. These are the qualities that we define our leadership in the years ahead. I must take a moment to offer our deepest gratitude to the management, faculty, and administrative staff of UNISA for your continuous support, guidance, and commitment to academic excellence have been the essential foundation of our success. You did not just deliver content, you fostered a culture of lifelong learning and intellectual curiosity. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to Ethiopian Ministry of Education, our sponsors, and UNISA for their generous support and belief in our potential. Through bursaries and tuition coverage, you removed significant financial barriers, empowering us to dedicate our service fully to our academic journey. Your unwavering commitment and facilitation have been instrumental in the success and continuity of this program, and we are deeply thankful for the opportunities you have made possible. And finally, to our families, spouses, friends, you are the unsung heroes of this day. You absorbed the pressure, offered the encouragement, and made sacrifice necessary for us to reach this stage. The qualification truly belongs to all of us. Thank you. Fellow graduates, we are now armed with cutting-edge knowledge and skills across diverse fields. Our collective potential is immense, and our mission is clear. We are called upon to be the architects of progress. Let us take this intellectual capital and invest it strategically in the development of Ethiopia. Let us be the innovators who address contemporary challenges, the leaders who promote equity, and the collaborators who strengthen our nation's global standing. Remember, the degree we receive today is not a final destination. It is a launchpad for next phase of impact. Let's commit to turning our academic achievements into tangible, positive change for our communities, our nation, and our continent beyond. Congratulations to University of South Africa, graduates of 2025. May we approach the future with the same dedication brought us here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, colleagues. I am sure with the speech that has been shared now, reaffirming that the graduates of UNISA have no obligation but to be the agents of peace, of transformation, of development, and making education an important resource. Thank you very much for the message of support and for demonstrating the quality of graduates that UNISA produces. Can you give him another round of applause? With these words, let me thank you very much, the representative of the students, our graduates, who's now an alumnus of the University of South Africa. Professor Siputa, the registrar of the university, can I request a vote of thanks from you? Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Lengabula, our Principal and Vice Chancellor. Allow me to take this minute to thank everyone who's here this afternoon. I'm tempted to say, VC, allow me to write on your existing protocol so that I don't make mistakes. But I'll just mention a few. His Excellency Ambassador Jaspai, Acting Ambassador Melinda, and all ambassadors in here, Dr. Tsiri and your team, our regional director in Ethiopia, we thank you for the good work that you have done, the good work that you continue to do, to ensure that you assist our graduates here this afternoon to be where they are. We are grateful for the work that you are doing. To both our two offices of ambassadors here, South African ambassadors and Ethiopia, we recognize the good and continued work that you are doing, the support that you continue to give this university. We'll never ever take that for granted. We are grateful, and we say, even in future, please open your doors for us and continue to support your university for the sake of your students that are coming to contribute towards resolving the issues and challenges facing not only Ethiopia, but the continent and the globe as a whole. I would like also to take this opportunity to thank our academic staff who are always so dedicated. We are here because of them, because they worked right around the clock to ensure that today our graduates are here to receive, not only to receive, they're here so that we can recognize them, so that we can honor them, so that we can congratulate them. We thank you. We realize the good work that you are doing. Please continue to do that. Let me go on to thank our deans, our extended management, and the executive management, and all the support staff. We thank you for the good work that you are doing. I'll be failing my duty if I cannot thank our council, ably led by Dr. Den Musia, but represented here this evening by the President of the Convocation, Tate Justice Tabambi. We thank the support that you continue to give us. To our parents, spouses, sponsors, and loved ones, the support that you continue to give your loved ones here will never ever go unnoticed. Please continue to do that. You see now many of them are doctors today. It's their turn to support you so that next year we find you sitting here to congratulate you. Registration is still open. To our graduates, profound thanks and congratulations to you. We thank you for having chosen the University of South Africa as your academic home. I believe that you don't regret. As I congratulate you this afternoon, sitting on the threshold of this new chapter in your life, allow me to make reference to the words of wisdom from Charles Dickens' Tale of Two Cities. He says in his opening remarks, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. It was the epoch of belief. It was the epoch of incredulity. It was the season of light. It was the season of darkness. I want to say to you this afternoon, as we congratulate you, that you truly mirrored this tale. You went through the difficult times as you burned the midnight oil. You persevered, and today you are here. You should go out there and be UNISA ambassadors. Go out there and do what UNISA expects you to do. Go out there and be the light to those that are still in darkness. Go out there to make a positive difference wherever you are. Never ever go out there to make use of this degree, this qualification as a weapon to destroy those that are around you. Please, whatever you are going to do, make sure that no one questions your actions or your inactions and end up questioning UNISA for what you'll be doing. We congratulate you and thank you.
The registrar of any university is a person who's in the front line of receiving students and of ensuring that students do their best to study. And I'm sure at UNISA, you didn't just study your discipline, the science that you enrolled for. You also strengthened your technology and the developments in technology. You also strengthened your science diplomacy and recognized that you're not in service of Ethiopia only, but of Ethiopia, the African continent, and the world. And that it is in the solidarity of South Africa and Ethiopia that we will together contribute together. Once more, congratulations. As though you did not know, I'm very appreciative that in my congratulation message, I didn't ask. Yeah. Thank you very much. I was telling my colleagues that they want to influence my message, and I'm telling them that not this afternoon, because if I do not say these words, sometimes the graduates pursue money and forget social justice. No one says you cannot pursue both. But if you do them well, you'll build stronger societies and resilient societies. I want to therefore, in my speech to you, very proud that one of the codes that I was going to share with you, the person who said these words is amongst us. I'm honored that Her Excellency, Chief Justice, Lady Justice Miaza Ashanafi Mengistu is here amongst us. Can you give a round of applause? Her Lady Justice is the first woman to preside your Supreme Court in this country. I didn't hear your applause. Can I hear it first? And in her own words, Justice Mengistu says to us, especially women who graduated, and you, the men who graduated, must support the women and your girls, your children. Justice Miaza says, women need to believe that they can do whatever they set themselves to do, despite the society's pressure. That they can only have the power to be the change makers if they believe in themselves and if they are committed to changing for the better their societies. Thank you for those profound words, and therefore to our graduates and all of you, the women of Ethiopia, of South Africa, of the African continent who are here. This is a message that we should embrace for ourselves. In conclusion, this Chief Justice, who did not only end just with seeking justice for the Ethiopian society, who has gone on to advise the Economic Commission on Africa, ECA, reminds us that we're not just individuals, we're not just working for ourselves. We should use the education that we have to strengthen Africa, to make sure that our countries are competitive. And she says, our progress will default if we don't invest in education. And she says, Africa is not defaulting. However, we need a level playing field. We need to truly leverage our resources. We need to ensure that our youth and young adults, women and men, will be the drivers of the change in the continent's future. These words are to all of us. Africa must not be poor. when we are alive. Africa must not be on the underside. Its resources must not be abused or used against us. Africa must care for the most underside, those who live with disabilities, those who are trampled upon, or those whose voices are not available. To do this and to leverage our youthful dividend, our population dividend, our mineral resources dividend, and education as a dividend, we can only succeed together. Thank you very much for these words, and congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, may I request you to stand up for the singing of the national anthem. I request that we start with the singing of the national anthem of the Republic of Ethiopia. I request when we sing the national anthem, we sing it with the dignity that the people of Ethiopia will be proud of. If you recall last year, you were singing like this, and I don't know how to sing. Then I requested that we sing with our hearts and with love, and I'm very appreciative that there's a choir that will lead us in song so that we sing the national anthem with dignity and respect. Thank you. It's on page 9, colleagues.
Now for the Ethiopian anthem.
Request that we sing. I'm going to ask them that they switch off the radio so that we sing it with our hearts and we optimize this choir. So can I request that we start again and sing it without your music? Thank you. Can I ask you to start? Thank you. The Ethiopian anthem.
think we need to give ourselves a round of applause, because in the spirit of Ethiopia, if we Ethiopians cannot express it in our hearts, the South Africans will not know what it means to you. So thank you very much for singing. Can I therefore request us, without your support, that we sing the anthem of the Republic of South Africa, whose words are also in page 9 of our program. Can we start? Nkosi sikeleli Afrika, manuphakamisu phondo lwayo, izwa imithandazo yethu. Nkosi sikelela thina lusapho lwayo, murena mulunga sitshaba sa Yesu, ufezise tinzwali matswenyeho, usibuluke sitshaba sa Yesu, sitshaba sa South Africa, South Africa. 80 blow van ons Hemen, 80 diepte van ons Heer, waar ons Heer weggewerkt is, wat die grootste antwoord geeft. Sounds the call to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land. Thank you very much. May I request you to be seated to allow me to dissolve the congregation. Ladies and gentlemen, let me request you not to leave before the procession leaves. Let me request you also, after the procession, to know that you are invited to break bread with the members of the University of South Africa. Let me take the opportunity to thank you all. By virtues of the powers entrusted to me as the Principal and Vice Chancellor of the University of South Africa, I dissolve this congregation of UNISA and thank you all for being here.